Hey everybody, Steve here in Palm Springs, and today I'm going on something of a scavenger hunt. I thought it would be fun to drive around and walk around the city of Palm Springs and see how many statues I can find. I was thinking about it the other day when I visited the new Herb Alpert statue. I shared that with you recently, and it got me thinking about the other statues that I've seen in and around Palm Springs over the years. Had never really thought about it before, about how many we have, and I think we have about 10 statues of famous people here in the city. They may not all be famous. I think a couple of them are groups, symbolizing maybe famous events or groups of people. And then it got me thinking, do other cities have this many statues? That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to see how many statues I can find and share with you. In my Herb Alpert video, a subscriber left a comment saying that she was really happy that I took a selfie standing next to the statue so she could get an idea of the scale of the size of the statue. And so I'm going to try to remember to do that today and get a selfie standing next to all of these statues so you can get an idea of just how large or small they are. So I'm here right now at the Palm Springs Air Museum. I've been here before and I know they have a group of statues here that I've never shared with you, and so I want to do that today. And if I remember right, I think there was another statue as well. But for some reason I can't remember if it was here last time I was here with my brother Robert. And if I can remember today, I'm also going to try to read the inscriptions and plaques next to these statues. The cars are driving by. So it's kind of noisy, but let's see if I can read this. It says, the Tuskegee Airmen. These statues represent African American pilots from the 332nd Fighter Group that provided protection for Allied bombers during missions over Nazi-controlled territory. At the beginning of World War II, some were opposed to the idea of African Americans becoming pilots. Eventually, the Army Air Corps began accepting pilot candidates from the Tuskegee Institute and other historically black colleges and universities. They proved themselves to be some of the best pilots during the war, losing fewer bombers to enemy fire than any other Allied fighter group. That's pretty cool. These statues have been dedicated by Chauncey E. Spencer II and the National College Resources Foundation. These look life-size. This looks about, they're kind of on a pedestal here, but about 6 feet or above 6 feet tall. These are really well done, really lifelike, very realistic. Look at the great details here. No names on these particular statues, so I'm sure they're just symbolizing individuals. Well, I don't know, they look very realistic. Maybe they are specific people, but they don't have names or plaques, so I'm not really sure. Really well done though. I would say this is about a little over 6 feet tall. It's pretty life size here. I'm 5'10". This statue is on another really busy street, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna wait until some of the cars go by, but this street is just so busy all the time. There's never a time when there are no cars going by. So this famous singing cowboy, actor and singing cowboy Gene Autry. So the plaque reads, Gene Autry, America's favorite singing cowboy, by the artist de l'Esprit, cast by Great American Bronze Works Incorporated, President David Spellerberg, a public art gift to the city of Palm Springs, California from Investic Real Estate Companies, Jim Slod and Grant Harris. Special thanks to Mayor Steve Cunye and the City Council of Palm Springs, and for their support, George Nicholas Jr. of the Nicholas Group, Mill Jones of Palm Springs Life. A very special thank you to Jackie Autry for her kindness in allowing the use of Gene's name and likeness. Well, it's interesting. It didn't really say a lot, and there's no date, but I know this has been here at least 15 years, maybe even 20 years now. Let's see if I can get up here on this. Okay, this is a little bit better maybe. But now I'm so close, I can't really get far enough away to get the whole statue on. I would say this is definitely larger than life. But it's not huge. It's probably from the base here, it's probably 6, 7, 8 feet tall. And he's sitting down. So yeah, if he were standing up, it might be 10, 12 feet high. So this statue of Gene Autry is right across the street from the Palm Springs International Airport. This is probably the busiest intersection here in Palm Springs. Gene Autry Trail, so he's on the street named after him. Gene Autry Trail and Ramon Road. Ramon Road used to be the main artery in the city, and then as the city's grown, Gene Autry has become just as well-traveled or more, even more. Very realistic, very beautiful. On the other side of the airport, which is the entrance to the airport, is a statue of another famous actor. And this actor was a very avid tennis player who helped to make tennis a very popular sport here in Palm Springs. This is another busy street and very noisy, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to read this, and it's also very windy. I'll see if I can put my hand over the microphone and try to block the wind. It says, Charlie Farrell, bronze created by artist, actor George Montgomery. He has a really nice statue of himself. I think it was, I guess, a self-portrait in Cathedral City. But today I'm only visiting statues here in the city of Palm Springs. It says, dedicated December 3rd, 1999. Hollywood screen and television star Charlie Farrell was mayor of the city of Palm Springs from 1948 to 1953. While mayor, he helped secure the return of the airport to the city after World War II. He founded the Racquet Club with actor Ralph Bellamy in 1934, which attracted Hollywood stars to Palm Springs and fostered Palm Springs' legendary image of star-studded glamour. Funds provided by the Friends of Charlie Farrell Committee, chaired by Sally Presley Rippingale and the City of Palm Springs, Public Arts Commission, and Airport Commission. Base design by John Rivera, base funding by the Rosenson family at the Racquet Club of Palm Springs. So I'm guessing the Racquet Club was still open back in 1999. I can't remember when it actually finally closed, but if the way they're mentioning it, it makes it sound like it was still open back then in 1999, 24 years ago. Seems like it closed a lot longer than that, but I could be totally wrong. Again, I think this is a larger than life statue, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes because of the pedestals. They're up above the ground, so it's hard to know exactly, but it's definitely 6 feet tall or more. It's probably closer to 10 or 12 feet tall, I think. It's hard to know for sure, but let me get over here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll stand up on the ledge, the base, and see how tall it is from there. Okay, standing here on this base, which is kind of nice. It goes, you can actually walk up here very easily. I'm standing right next to it, and it's definitely a foot or two taller than me. So if I'm almost 6 feet tall, it's got to be probably 8 feet tall. So definitely larger than life. Not huge, not like the Maryland statue, but pretty large. It's a nice area to walk here, or I should say just sit. You've got a nice seating area. I wonder how many people actually come and sit here. I don't see a bus stop. If there was a bus stop here, that would be very nice. It looks quite a bit like him too. It's very realistic. I have to say the statues here in Palm Springs are very realistic and very well done. Although instead of a tennis racket, that looks more like one of those bubble wands, doesn't it? Across the street from the airport is City Hall, and across the street from City Hall on Civic Drive is the Palm Springs Police Station. I heard about this statue a couple of years ago, but this is the first time I'm actually visiting in person. It's a memorial statue to fallen officers, and it's very moving. I'll walk around so you can see it from all sides. I don't see a plaque here to see who created this. It's at least life-size, probably a little bit larger than life. And this is a memorial statue for fallen police officers here in Palm Springs. Help is on the way, dedicated on May 16th, 1998, to those law enforcement officers that made the ultimate sacrifice. The airport is just a block from here. In case you're wondering what that sound is, it's a plane taking off. And right across the street from the police station, I spotted this very appropriate mural stating "I see you." From here, if you're heading to downtown Palm Springs, you'll see this very large statue in the center divide or median, and it appears to be 15 to 20 feet tall, so it's very large, which makes sense since it's supposed to be viewed as you're driving down the street. I don't see a plaque here on the sidewalk, but I'm guessing that it depicts the Agua Caliente Indian tribe that owns half the land here in Palm Springs. There's another similar statue at the end of this street, a little bit closer to downtown, on Taquas Canyon Way and Indian Canyon, and I'm heading there next. This one's for my brother Robert, who lives in Thailand. Not exactly a statue, but a bust. A fun bust. It's a little windy and noisy, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but it says Doug Hyde, American born, 1946, Agua Caliente Women, 1994, bronze, commission with funds provided by the City of Palm Springs Public Arts Commission, 1994. This one you can actually walk to, even though it's in the median. It's one of the few here that you can walk to in the median. It's near the corner here. Probably better to come in the afternoon. And because there's a light here, the traffic is stopped, so it's not as treacherous. Other than the Maryland statue, I think these have to be the tallest statues here that I've found today. And this is right across the street from the new Agua Caliente Museum. So not real easy to get to, but not too bad. It's very pretty, very well done. And another realistic statue here in the city. So if there were crosswalks leading to all of the medians here, that would be really nice. Fortunately, this is the only one. And it would be best to be here in the afternoon rather than in the morning. Yeah, it's a lot nicer when the sun is shining on it. Very nice statues, though. Of all the statues in Palm Springs, the Forever Maryland statue seems to be the most popular and always has a crowd around taking selfies. It's the tallest of all the statues and it is the most over-the-top dramatic, so I guess it's not a surprise. I'm pretty sure it's also the most controversial statue here in Palm Springs as well. A very vocal group did everything in their power to prevent it from being placed here, and they've continued with multiple lawsuits in an effort to have it removed. Even though the majority of the people who live here and the majority of the people who come to visit seem to love it, but I guess that's democracy for you. The extreme minorities usually have the loudest voices. Just a year or two ago, another controversial statue was removed from its prominent position in front of City Hall by another disgruntled group. On a positive note, if our biggest problems and controversies are all about statues here in the city, then I guess overall we're doing okay. It could be a lot worse. Over the years, I'm sure I've walked by this statue at least 100 times, and I never knew who it was. I finally Googled it and discovered that the chairman of the Lynx was Thomas O'Donnell, who created and opened the very first golf course here in Palm Springs, just a few blocks from here, in 1927. Today we have around 125 golf courses here in the greater Palm Springs area, and I'm guessing that's probably more than just about anywhere else in the world, considering how small our desert is. Strangely, I wasn't able to find any information about this statue online, but since it's located here in front of the Village Green Historic Square, I'm guessing that maybe she symbolizes one of the early Palm Springs pioneers. If any of you happen to know, please share with us in the comments section. I just checked my smartwatch, the app on my phone, my iPhone, and I only walked 2.6 miles today, so more driving probably than walking. Well, definitely. And I just realized that most of these statues are life-size. Some are definitely larger than life, but quite a few of them are just really hidden in plain sight. I've walked by some of them many times, not even realizing they're there. And I think a lot of tourists come to town and locals who are walking around, especially in the downtown area, you might not even notice you're walking right by a famous statue. So I think I found all of the statues of people here in the city of Palm Springs. If any of you happen to know of any statues of people that I missed, there are other statues, other sculptures, but I wanted to focus today just on people. Mostly famous people, a few historic people, and even one or two random statues that I have no idea who they are, why they're there, but I thought I would share them anyway. Maybe some of you will know, and if you do, share with us in the comments section. So it was actually kind of a fun scavenger hunt. So if any of you come to town, or if any of you live here, and you go and you visit all of these statues, share that in the comments section too. It'd be fun to see how many viewers actually get to view these statues in person. But be careful, a couple of them, especially in the median, are probably pretty dangerous. I wouldn't recommend going into the median, except for the one where there was a crosswalk right at the median, so it was easy to access, but the others are really just to be seen while you're driving. So anyway, thanks for joining me today on this really beautiful spring day. I think it's supposed to be 80 or 90 degrees today, but right now it's been pretty pleasant, and there's been a breeze, and so that's kept it really nice. So I hope you enjoy street art as much as I do. Well, I guess if you're watching this video, you probably do, especially if you're watching all the way to the end. This week I want to give a shout out and a very big thank you to my newest channel supporter, Janice Wright. Thank you, Janice, for your very kind donation to my channel using YouTube Super Thanks. It's very appreciated. And thank you, too, to all of you who have taken the time to subscribe to my channel, to give these videos thumbs up, to leave comments, to share them with your friends. That's very nice and very helpful, too. So, anyway, thanks for joining me and sticking around to the end, and I'll see you all next time.